What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Commish show. Today we're going to do the week 3 recap. We're going to bring on a guest, which is going to be pretty cool. And then we're going to do a new segment called Come On Son, so we're going to have a little fun with that. We're going to hop right into the games. We're going to look at the first game, and it's Tim Barry against Auto Draft. You never see me, Mike. No one ever heard from him. No one ever sees him. He's not in the group chat. RJ talks to him, so maybe we'll see him one day. Who knows? But he took home the win right here with the Auto Draft team.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have told me that I'd be 2-1 if I got auto drafted, I would have took that all day. Considering I'm 0-3, but pretty solid team. Look good. I mean, good matchup, but second lowest points of the week, Tim Barry. So you're never gonna pull one out with that.
Yeah, Tim Barry. He had 3 players in double digits. Not really looking good for him in this game. Hopefully he'll step it up. I know Derek Carr had an off week, so maybe he'll do a little better. He's 1-2. He's not in that 0-3 hole. I mean, at this point, looking at last year, Cody started 0-5. He made the playoffs. So I mean, there's no such thing as a hole really until you hit 0-6. But it was miraculous last year. But let's not worry about that. The Mick with 122. He had an excellent game. But when you play lowest or second lowest points by 0.1, basically low points, you're always going to win when you play low points. So let's skip to the next game, and we're looking at Frank against RJ. RJ not breaking 100. Frank with second highest points, again by 0.1. 0.1 separated the 2 lows and the 2 highs, which was pretty interesting. RJ under 100, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look like he didn't have, he had a rough week on some players. But then again, he had some solid play from a couple other. Terrell Pryor, really nothing. But, I mean, you got to give it to Frank. I mean, putting up 140 with his tight end getting 0 and his defense getting -6. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's basically to put everyone's double digits. His lowest was 13.7. His kicker had 19. I mean, it was just an unbelievable week from Frank. He had -6 from the Ravens defense, 0 from Hunter Henry, his tight end. And he's rolling right now. I think he's 2-1. He's not one of the 3-0 teams, sorry. But it's a great win.
Yeah.
We'll hop into the next one, and this is the game with high points. It was me. I had 140.2, and I beat Rick. Rick had a pretty good week. I was a little worried going into the 4 o'clock games, but Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin, they held it together for me, and they had a big week.
Yeah, finally. I mean, I know Russell Wilson has been struggling the first 2 weeks, but he pulled one out for you. And Rick, making some changes on his team. He's trying to pull it together and prove me wrong. But I still think he's going to go defeated.
Yeah, you're sticking to the bold statement?
I think so.
All right, but it was a good week from Rick. He had a late charge with Larry Fitzgerald, but realistically, it was never getting anywhere. But I mean, I think he'll win a couple. If you average over 100 points in this league, I think if you have 105 every game, I think you're making the playoffs. So, Rick, good luck to you. I'm pulling for you. You got this side of the table. I don't know about that side of the table, but that's the best I could do is hope you win. We hop into the next one, and it was a 2-0 against the 0-2, and Logan with the big win. He's 3-0. You're 0-3. You had low points. What's wrong?
Yeah, just a couple little changes I need to make. Other than Tom Brady and Stephon Diggs on his team, I mean, his team didn't perform too well. Neither did mine. I mean, I only had Brandon Cooks, who had a pretty good game. Couple changes. I forgot it was 1 o'clock, and I didn't change Howard over Bryant. Would have brought me closer, but still would have lost. But looking forward to the next week. Hopefully, bounce back again.
4 people on your bench with over 20 points. That's got to sting a little bit, at least a little bit. And if you look, your running backs, they combined for 5.1 points. So that's never good. Marshawn Lynch, Gillislee, that trade, it didn't pan out the way you would hope. They both did poor on both sides. So, I mean, until you're 0-5, like I said with Cody, until you're 0-5, I mean, we'll see. It's not bad. We move to another. Oh no, this was just a normal game. This was a pretty close one actually. It was Andrew and Armand.
Yep. And
Armand with a win. He's rolling.
You moved to 3-0 with that win over Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like Armand had a good game. He got the win, but he left some points out. I mean, Amari Cooper with only 1.6. I know Oakland didn't have that great of a game, but A lot of bench points as well for Armand, looks like. So, I mean, a couple changes, and he's going to be in it every week, I think.
Yeah, he has a pretty solid team, and I know he's trying to make some trades and stuff. His bench did very well. Andrew, it was a close game. He just got a little unlucky. His defense didn't do as well as you would thought it would. And Ajayi, just not performing as well as he thought. I think he actually got hurt in that game, so maybe he was a little banged up. But who knows? So next we're going to bring on our guest. We have Mannion today, so we're looking forward to having him. We're going to do the Come On Son with him. And
How you doing, guys? What's going on? First time, long time.
welcome to the show, Mannion. And we're gonna hop right into your game.
All right.
And it was a close one, closest game of the week. I think it might have been closest game of the season so far. Actually,
Yeah, I think so.
It was 114.5 to 117.5, separated by 3 points. Sean was 2-0. You were 0-2. He goes to 3-0. You go to 0-3. What do you think?
Well, you know, the players that are my playmakers, Rogers, Freeman, Nelson, they all performed. Everyone else had to step up, and they didn't. My bench, one player outscored all two of my wide receivers, you know. So just, you know.
Yeah, it's just a couple changes here or there. Sean's bench did pretty well. I mean, averaged about 11 points a person on the bench, but he had some big games from his players. Altan, what do you think?
You know, like Mannion touched base on, I mean, the two wide receivers and a tight end for combining, around 11 points. I mean, you would really never expect that. I mean, you're expecting in a PPR league to at least, get a couple points, especially out of a star tight end like Witten. He's caught so many balls over the years, and with the offensive line Dallas has to give that space to Prescott. 1.3 out of Witten, it's very shocking.
Yeah, this game went to Monday night, right, Mannion? I think it was he had Prescott and Des Bryant, and you had
Witten.
Jason Witten.
Yep. No
And
shot.
Witten has 1 or 2 more catches. This is a win for you.
I agree.
So that's a little unfortunate. But what do you think about the rest of the season? How do you feel?
I got some trades, pending. I hope it bounces out my team. I am getting rid of a big playmaker, but I hope, like I said, bounces out my team, completes the team as a whole, and I get a couple W's on the board.
Yeah, and you're going to hold on to that Rodgers-Nelson connection because
absolutely.
that's a strong one.
Yeah.
That got him, almost 50 points this week?
I'm hoping Rogers to Cobb this week will help me out, hopefully, if Cobb ever gets back.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But hopefully my 2 co-hosts here and our guest, or my 1 co-host and my guest, they could get out of that 0-3 hole. Maybe we'll be a little bit happier next week.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't know who I'm versing, but
We'll see. I know I got Logan, so hopefully I could give him a loss. That might be his first one. That'll be a fun one for me.
Definitely.
But we're gonna hop in right to this new segment called "Come On, Son." It's comes from some YouTube videos I used to watch in the back in the day, MrEdLover. And anyone who doesn't know it, ask me. I'll send you some videos. They're pretty funny. So we're gonna hop right into the first one. Mine is all the trades that are being vetoed. I mean, first of all, I think this is the most trades I've ever seen in any fantasy league I've ever been in. But half of them get vetoed. I don't know if it's people colluding against each other or just horrible trades are getting sent and accepted and people don't want that happening, but all the trades. And then yesterday, I accidentally vetoed 2 of the trades, just checking them out, and I felt terrible about that one because they had to re-put them through. But I think those got vetoed anyway, so for all the trades and the vetoing, come on, son.
Yeah, I can't lie. There's a method to the man's madness that I'm about to say. Logan, with all his awkward trades. He's trading starters for bench players, and he's trading his bench players for starters. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I got to give out a come on, son. But it's a method
He's
to his
3-0.
He's 3-0.
So
It's tough.
Until he starts losing,
It's tough.
No one can really talk anything.
I'm
to him.
going to take a shot at another 3-0 team here. Armand, quit acting like a girl in the group chat that we have. Come on, son.
Taking the shots.
A lot of talking in this group chat. I mean, woke up to 100 and something messages today, when my phone got turned back on. But very interesting. Very interesting. A lot of girl chatter going on.
I like it though. It keeps everyone connected. Everyone except auto draft.
9 geniuses, 3 women.
Hey, you never know, but I hear from everyone, which is pretty cool. I mean, you gotta like the closeness of the league, which is cool.
Except for Mike. We don't
Yeah,
want to hear
except
from
for
Mike.
Auto Draft.
Mike.
Auto Draft, if you happen to watch these, we'd like to have you on. Maybe add you to the group chat. I don't know. Maybe a phone call, something. I don't know. RJ, maybe try to set that up. I don't know. But, Mannion, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next
Pleasure.
week.